Good evening, everybody. Welcome to SHN Sports presentation of Georgetown Eagle basketball. I'm Wally Harmon alongside Nathan Hike tonight on camera and computer for me. We're in Bastrop, Texas, home of the Bastrop Bears for tonight's District 18 matchup. The Georgetown Eagles on the road looking to move to 4-1 and solidify second place in the district. Currently standing at 3-1 in district, alone in second place behind the Hutto Hippos. District 18 stands Hutto 5-0, Georgetown 3-1, Maynard 2-2, Elgin 2-3, Eastview, Bastrop, and Cedar Creek all at 1-3 on the season. Tonight, Georgetown comes into the ball game off of a road win at Eastview, the rival school there in Georgetown. They beat Eastview on the road 52-37. And so they come in tonight on a one-game winning streak, looking to move to a two-game and then head to back home on the 24th on Friday against Elgin to round out the first trip around the district schedule before starting back over at Maynard and then at home against Cedar Creek. We'll go with the starting lineups real quick. They're not doing a lot pregame here for the game, for the varsity game, as your Eagles take the court. Starting tonight, the visiting team. Your Eagles start a 6-foot junior, number 2, Cade Lachlan. A 5'11 senior guard, number 3, Garrett Campbell. A 6'2 senior wing, number 10, Chance Teeley. A 6'1 senior forward, number 20, Dalton Kyle. And a 6'6 junior post, and number 30, Landry Woods. The Bastrop Bears counter with a 5'10 sophomore, number 2, Dwayne Jackson. Isaac Rodella, as the tip ball goes up quickly, and they're not messing around. We get started with Bastrop having the ball in their possession. Rodella has the ball on the right wing. He'll dribble against Landry Woods down to the baseline. Back up to the wing to Jackson. Jackson will dribble up top, kick left wing to Albritton. Albritton has the ball there. Now over to Rodella. He tries to dribble on Campbell, drives all the way in, tries to dish it. Nice steal by Cade Lachlan. And here come the Eagles back the other way. Eagles going right to left across the computer screen, radio dial, and all devices therein. Tip pass out of bounds by number 12, Julian Miller. And Georgetown will get it back as Teeley tried to dump it down to Garrett Campbell on the baseline to sneak in for an easy layup, and it's knocked out of bounds. Eagles reset underneath their own bucket on the left side. Campbell goes to throw it in. He'll get it back to Lachlan. Right wing into the hands of Dalton Kyle. Kyle to Teeley on the right wing. He holds there. Skip pass up top to Campbell. Reset. Left wing to Lachlan. Lachlan holds. Hits Landry Woods. Left elbow. Up top. Three-point shot. Garrett Campbell nails the opening three-point shot for the Eagles. A 3-0 lead with 7:05 left in the first quarter. Nice ball movement by the Eagles early. Gets an open shot for Campbell, and he knocks it down. Bastrop Bears back across the timeline. Top of the key is Miller. Left wing into the hands of Jackson. Up top now to Albritton. Albritton thinks about driving. Now checks back. Now he'll drive, kick it back out into the hands of Rodella. Rodella will dribble all the way back up top, reset the offense, give it to Jackson. Now to the right wing to Miller. He looks to drive. Now to Rodella. He'll drive into the lane. Nice European step. Gets past Campbell for the left-handed layup. And Rodella scores first for the Bears. Cuts the lead to 1, 3-2. Eagles lead it with 6:25 left in the first quarter. Teeley down low to Kyle. Back up top to Teeley. Looks at the three-pointer shot. Passes it up top to Campbell. Down to the right block now underneath to Kyle. Shot up off the glass. No good. Fight for the rebound into the hands of Miller. Now to Rodella. He'll push it across the timeline. Left side to the left wing. He looks to dribble there. Now back up top Jackson. Reset for the Bears. Up right wing. Back up top now to Rodella. He dribbles there against Campbell. Stops. Now back to Jackson. He'll reset the offense. Top of the key to Miller. Miller now to Rodella, right wing. Up top to Albritton. He'll take the three-point shot. Hard off the backboard, no good. Into the hands of Garrett Campbell. Campbell pushes it down, right wing. Picks up his dribble, now finds Teeley. Teeley thinks about the three. He'll hold it there. Now on the baseline to Kyle. Back up top. Swing it around the top. Here goes Campbell, left wing. Right wing, Chance Teeley. Thinks about the three. Passes on it. Left wing, Campbell. He'll fire a three. Oh, in and out. Nice shot. Rebounded, tapped away. Landry Woods tracks it down. He goes up for it. Hard off the rim. No good. Into the hands of number 23, Luciano Stasuli. Here come the Bears back across the timeline. Jackson sets up top. Rodella left wing. Up top now, Albritton. Man-to-man defense for the Eagles early on with 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. A 3-2 score. Eagles lead it by 1. Miller dumps the pass down long. Stasuli gets left alone. Defensive mishap there. He's found by by Miller for the easy layup. Stasuli on the board, and the Bears have a 4-3 lead now. As Campbell brings it across the timeline. Kyle at the right elbow. Now to the right wing to Chance Thiele. He drives. Ball slapped away from him, but it's batted away into the hands of Wood. Now Dalton Kyle. Campbell resets. Left wing to Lachlan. Left elbow. Woods. Down low. Ball movement just spectacular. Down low to Thiele from Woods. Off the top of his hands, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover for the Eagles, and Thiele calls for a sub. It's going to be inbounded quickly. Unable to do it. Here come the Bears. Jackson up top, right wing to Albritton. He'll set there. Now to Rodella left side. Rodella. He'll dribble across to the right wing. Stumbles, keeps his dribble. Now left wing to Jackson. Jackson looks to dribble. Pass to pick it up. Up top to Albritton. He stands at three-point line, guarded tightly by Dalton Kyle. Left wing now to Jackson, and the movement continues now to the right wing. Rodella has the ball against Campbell. He'll dribble to the top of the key, try to spin back and go down the lane. Tries to get it down. Stastuli gets it. He tries to drive. Landry Woods with a block shot into the hands of Lachlan. Now Landry down to Thiele. He drives. Shot block, gets it back. Layup, Chance Thiele. Great job of pushing the ball up the court after the block shot by Landry Woods. The ball barely touched the court at all. Great ball move for the Eagles, and they take the 5-4 lead. Albritton dribbles in, now kicks it back out to Rodella on the left wing. He tries to dribble there against Campbell down the middle lane. Now kicks it back to Jackson, top of the key, reset for the Bears. He'll back it up near midcourt. Jackson dribbles there against Thiele. Sets the offense, goes right wing to Albritton. Albritton, he's dribbling against Kyle. Looking for the screen from Stasuli. Doesn't take it. Now he dribbles on. Takes a little 14, 15-foot jumper. Air ball into the hands of Miller. Rebound. Kicks it out to Rodella. Goes for the three. It's an air ball. Saved in bounds. Outlet pass. Try to get it to Thiele. Ball slapped away. And into the hands of Rodella. And here come the Bears off the Georgetown Eagle turnover. 5-4 your score with 2:55 left in the first quarter. Jackson has the ball, top of the key for the Bears. Sets the offense here in the man-to-man. Jackson will dribble over to the right wing, looking for some help up top. He's one up, 4 down for the Bears. And now Rodella comes across to the left wing. Skip pass now. Left baseline to Stastuli. He gets it, kicks it up top to Albritton. Jackson takes it from him, resets the offense, looks to drive. Now he'll stop from the left elbow. Floater up and in. Nice shot there by Dwayne Jackson. His first two of the night gives Bastrop their second lead. 6-5. Bastrop leads it with 2:20 left in the first quarter. Campbell up top, right wing Thiele. He sets there, looking around. Skip pass, left wing to Lachlan. Lachlan now, right wing Thiele. Wide open three ball. He shoots it hard off the back iron. Thiele blocks out, gets the rebound down to the middle of the lane, loses the ball into the hands of Miller, and the Bastrop Bears come away with the ball. Jackson will walk it up with 1:55 left in the first quarter. Bastrop leads it 6-5. Albritton on the right wing has the ball guarded by Kyle. Tries to skip the pass. He gets it into the hands of Rodella. His floater up, no good. Rebound, Landry Woods. Kicks it to Campbell. Here come the Eagles, push it across the timeline, right side. Campbell dribbles into pressure, tries to get it to Woods, off his hands. Thiele chases it down, saves it, but into the hands of Stasuli for the Bears. And the turnover by the Eagles gives the Bears the ball back with 1:30 left in the first quarter. Albritton dribbles at the top. Gives it to right wing to Jackson. Jackson holds there. Now he'll dribble. Switch on defense. Ball off the hands of Miller. Into the hands of Campbell. Campbell tries to break free. And he gets tripped up there by Albritton. It'll be a foul on Albritton. The first foul of the ball game. And it's going to be a wholesale changes for the Eagles. All but Garrett Campbell come off the floor. It'll be Aaron Bazell, Joseph Waring, Clay Thomas, Jace Knight checking in alongside Garrett Campbell for the Eagles. Garrett Campbell, right wing, into the hands of Joseph Waring. Gets it to Bazell on the right elbow. Back outside. Waring back up top to Campbell. Passes on the three. Clay Thomas will take it from the left wing. Shot up hard off the back iron to the right side. Rebounded on the baseline by Waring. Into Knight. Knight turns around. Floater up off the rim. No good. Into the hands of number 34 who's checked in, JoJo Overton, the sophomore forward for the Bears, now into the ball game. replacing Stasuli. Bears have the ball with 45 seconds left in the first quarter, leading by 1, 6-5. Rodella on the right wing, dribbles, now backs it out, up top to Miller, left wing to Jackson. Jackson, right wing to Rodella. They'll reset, man-to-man coverage, still by the Eagles on the defensive end. Left wing is Albritton. He dribbles against Clay Thomas there, up top to Jackson. Jackson against Aaron Bazell at the top of the key. Gets it into the hands of Overton. He'll drive in on Knight. And they're going to call Knight as Overton kind of forced it up there. Hits off the side of the backboard. They're going to call it on Jace Knight. That'll be his first foul and the first team foul. But that will put Overton at the line for the Bears. Free throw is up. Line driver is in. 7-5. Bears lead it. Now we have another sub for the Bears as number 33, Sam Miller, checks into the ball game. And number 22, Justin Reese, checks in for the Bears. Second free throw by Overton is up, and he knocks that one down. 8-5. Bears lead it by 3 with 15 seconds. Campbell across the timeline, picks up his dribble. Now he gets it in the hands of Waring. Back up top to Campbell. Hits Bazell at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Thomas, right wing up top to Campbell. Campbell dribbles, kicks it to Thomas. Fires a long three at the buzzer. No good. Into the hands of Sam Miller for the Bears, and that'll end the first quarter. 8-5. The Bears lead it over the Georgetown Eagles. Great ball movement on the offensive end. Just not getting a lot of shots to fall, and a lot of errant passes. The passes going off of fingertips. Some line drives being thrown into the low men and just not being able to get a grip on them. So a few turnovers there on the Eagles. It's an ugly first quarter, reminiscent of the Eastview game where it was 9-6 Eastview after the first quarter on the road. And so another slow start here in the second game in a row for the Eagles as Coach Canfield gets them in the huddle, sits down and talks to them. As we said here, Clay Thomas, Jace Knight, Joseph Waring, Aaron Bazell, and Garrett Campbell in the ball game. It looks like Campbell's going to take a seat as Zane Champagne will come into the ball game for the Eagles. We'll try to reset the rosters real quick. For the Eagles on the floor will be Bazell, Champagne, Thomas, Waring, and Knight. For the Bears will be Reese, Rodella, Miller, Stasuli, and Overton. Now the Bears in a 2-3 zone defense. Jace Knight has the ball, gets it down low to Bazell. He goes up hard, draws the foul, and gets the bucket. Great pass by Jace Knight. He had it at the left elbow, gets it to a cutting Bazell on the baseline. He lays it up. Draws the foul on number 23. That's going to be Luciano Stasuli. His first foul of the ball game. Second team foul for the Bears in the first half. Cuts the lead to 1. Bazell's free throw. Up, rattles around, and in. So a beautiful three-point play there by Bazell. Evens the score at 8 with 7:40 left here in the first half. Miller on the right wing, up top to Overton. He dribbles against Knight, and now into the hands of Stasuli. Man-to-man defense for the Eagles. Rodella pops open wide on the three-point shot. Left wing, it's no good. Into the hands of Thomas. He'll push it across the timeline. Into Champagne. Left baseline to Waring. He'll dribble up top. Skip past right wing to Thomas. Over to Bazell. He looks at the three. He'll dribble up top. Get it across to Waring. Now Thomas gets a front wide open three-pointer. Left wing. And Thomas nails it. Nice shot there. He finally gets a nice set piece there. He jump shot nailed. 11-8 lead now for the Eagles. Quick turnaround here in the second quarter with 7 minutes left in the first half. Eagles lead it by 3, 11-8. Miller left wing for the Bears up top to Stasuli. Gives it off to Miller. Now to Rodella right wing. Up top. 33. Sam Miller takes a three-point shot. Rebounded by Overton on the air ball. He forces it up and gets the ball to go in. 2 points there by Overton. Cuts the lead to 1 now. Georgetown leads it 11-10. Thomas right wing to Waring. Now to Bazell at the free throw line. Drives in. Puts it up. And he's going to draw a foul on Luciano Stasuli. And Stasuli picks up his second foul. So the first Bear in foul trouble will be Stasuli with 2 fouls here early in the second quarter. And that'll send Aaron Bazell back to the free throw line for 2 free throws. 11-10. Georgetown leads it. First free throw, too hard off the back iron by Bazell. And no good. 11-10. Eagles lead it with 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. Bazell sets. His second free throw is on the way and rattles that one home. Extends the lead back to 2. 12-10 now for the Eagles and 6:25 on the clock remaining in the first half. Sam Miller across the timeline, right wing into the hands of Reese. He gets it down low to Stasuli. He drives, kisses it off the board, avoids contact. And Stasuli gets the 2 points. Ties the ball game, 12-12 with 6:10 left. Jace Knight takes the feed at the right elbow. Misses a shot into the hands of one of the Bears. Clay Thomas tries to get a hold of it. It's knocked out of bounds by the Bears. Georgetown will get the ball back and reset. Quick sub here for the Bears as Dwayne Jackson comes back in, replacing Isaac Rodella. So you've got Jackson, Reese, Overton, Stasuli, and Miller on the court. Waring up top, left wing to Champagne. Thinks about the 3, gets it to Jace Knight, left elbow. He kicks it back up top into the hands of Thomas. Free throw line, shot up, rattles it in. And Thomas with another 2-point bucket there. His 5th point of the quarter, extends the lead back to 2 now for the Eagles. 14-12 with 5:45 left in the first half. Stasuli gets the ball at the right elbow, drives all the way in, tries to dish it off to Overton. Slapped away, but right into the hands of Jackson. Jackson knocks down the easy jumper right in the middle of the lane and evens the score up at 14 apiece. 5:30 left in the first half. Left wing is Thomas. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Bazell. He's going to drive the left baseline. Runs into Overton. Overton falls down. Bazell kicks it up top. Champagne. Right wing Waring. 3-point ball on the way, and Waring knocks it down. His first points of the ball game give the Eagles a 3-point lead, 17-14, with 5:10 left in the first half. Jackson will dribble up across the timeline, center of the court, call out the offense. He gets a double screen up top from Overton and Stasuli. Gets it to a cutting Stasuli. He spins all the way in, right baseline. Tries to get the shot up, no good. Into the hands of Clay Thomas, rebound. But he and Champagne kind of run into each other. Ball knocked loose and out of bounds on the Eagles. Bears will reset underneath their own bucket with 4:59 left in the first half. Jackson looks to inbound the ball for the Bears. Tries to go down low. Now he'll have to go up top into the hands of Reese. Reese now to Jackson right wing, and he'll reset the offense for the Bears. Top of the key. Backs up towards the mid-court line. Now into the hands of Sam Miller on the right wing. Miller looks to drive in, but a whistle on the far side of the court. It's going to be on Dwayne Jackson. Evidently some kind of action going on the far side of the court. Jackson picks up the foul, and that turns the ball over to the Eagles with 4:48 left in the half. 17-14 Eagles lead it by 3. Left wing is Champagne. He has the ball there. Up top to Thomas. Right wing Waring. Waring dribbles down. Now skip pass. Left baseline to Thomas. He tries to drive. Cut off there. Kicks it back up top. Swing it around. Right side Waring. Has it on the 3-point line. Skip pass. Left side Champagne. He'll set down low to Bazell. Bazell drives in. Kicks it up left-handed. No good. Off the rim into the hands of Rodella, who's checked back into the game. The Bears will slow it down with 4:15 left in the first half. Eagles lead it 17-14. Rodella, right wing. Cuts in, now dribbles back out. Now gets it into the hands of Stasuli. Stasuli on the right wing, picks up his dribble, hands it to Sam Miller. He'll dribble on the right wing against Champagne. Now he tries to drive, spins towards the lane, all the way in. Looks like he picked up his dribble about 2 steps in for the 3-point line and took a few steps in. But he's going to draw the foul on Champagne. That'll be Champagne's first, second of the half for the Eagles, and that'll send Sam Miller, number 33, to the free throw line. His first free throw is a line driver and in. Cuts the lead to 2 now for the Eagles. 17-15 as Landry Woods, Garrett Campbell check back into the ballgame, replacing Joseph Waring and Zane Champagne. Sam Miller dribbles the free throw line. He's going to fire the shot up off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound to Clay Thomas. 3:55 left in the first half. Eagles lead it by 2, 17-15. Campbell up top up top for the Eagles. Swings it left wing to Thomas. Up top, Campbell keeps swinging it back and forth around. Good ball movement against the zone here by the Bears. Into Landry Woods at the free throw line. Kicks it left wing to Garrett Campbell. Passes up the three. Thomas steps in. Now dribbles in. Little floater up off the glass. No good. Rebounded there by Stasuli. He'll kick it to Rodella, and the Bears will settle down. And they'll slowly walk it across the timeline. And here comes Jackson. Now he kicks it across to Sam Miller in the left wing. Bakes the three. No attempt there as he was about 4 or 5 feet behind the three-point line. Up top now is Miller. He's being covered by Clay Thomas. Looks to drive. Loses his balance. Thomas with the steal. Great defense there as he avoids the contact. Gets it to a cutting Bazell down to the right block. Forces it up. No whistle on the call. Bazell gets it back. Fights for the shot. No good, but he's fouled there by number 12. That's going to be Julian Miller. As both Millers are in the ballgame for the Bears. And that'll send Bazell back to the free throw line for the Eagles. Conversation now with the officials. But Bazell, nonetheless, will go back to the free throw line for the 2 free throws. As Lachlan and Kyle get set to check in for your Eagles. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first half. 17-15, Eagles lead it. Bazell knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Extends the lead to 3, 18-15. As Clay Thomas and Chase Knight check out of the ballgame for the Eagles. Cade Lachlan and Dalton Kyle back in. Campbell, Bazell, Kyle, Lachlan, and Landry Woods on the court for your Eagles as Bazell knocks down the second free throw. 19-15, 4-point lead for the Eagles. And it's going to be a timeout called here. Coach Canfield calls a 30-second timeout with 3:07 left in the second quarter. With a 4-point lead, 19-15, the Eagles lead it. Bazell off the bench again, quickly leading the scoring for the Eagles. Has 6 points. Doing a good job of battling down low. Contact being allowed to be made right now. Not much being called on either team. Jace Knight and Zane Champagne with the only fouls for the Eagles. On the other side of the ball, Jackson has 1. Julian Miller has 1. Albritton has 1. And Stasuli has 2 personal fouls. On the court for the Bastrop Bears will be Julian Miller. Stasuli is now checked out with the 2 fouls. Overton, Albritton, Julian Miller, Rodella, and Jackson. Jackson has it up top, being guarded by Bazell. Left wing to Overton. He'll dribble. Now kick it to Albritton on the right wing. Albritton backs it up near the timeline, center of the court, being guarded by Dalton Kyle. Tries to drive in, kicks it off to Rodella. Left wing, now up top to Jackson. Now to Julian Miller. Left wing to Rodella. Ball movement in and out for the Bears. And a great job of defense. Albritton tries to drive in, but they're going to call a foul on Dalton Kyle. It's going to be on the floor. So that'll be Dalton Kyle's first personal foul. Third of the half for the Eagles. Bears reset underneath their own basket. Jackson gets the ball back, steps in, about a 10-footer, knocks it down from the left elbow extended. Jackson gets another 2-pointer here in the second quarter. Cuts the lead to 2 with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the half. 19-17, Eagles lead it. Up top is Campbell. He resets the offense. Bazell, free throw line. Left wing to Dalton Kyle. He tries to drive, loses it, gets it back. Tries a pass, it's batted away. Bazell runs it down, gets it to Landry Woods. Left elbow extended. Landry Woods knocks it down. What a nice shot from Woods. From the left elbow extended, he gets his first 2 of the night, extends it back to a 4-point lead with 1:55 left in the first half. 21-17, Eagles lead it. Now the Eagles still in the man-to-man. Albritton drives in, back up top to Jackson. It looked like he traveled, no call. Jackson tries the fancy crossover dribble, dribbles it off his own foot, retrieves it. Now on the left baseline, Overton takes a 19-footer, and he knocks it down. A 2-point shot for Overton. His 6th point of the ball game. Cuts it back to 2, 21-19 with 1:30 left in the first half. Campbell has the ball, top of the key, left wing to Lachlan. Landry Woods, left elbow, kicks it up top to Campbell. Fakes it, drives in, kicks out. Dalton Kyle, right wing. He fakes there, back up top to Garrett Campbell. And now to Bazell, free throw line. He drives in, kicks it open to wide open Lachlan, left wing. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Kyle chases it down. Eagles reset with 1:10 left in the half. Campbell on the right wing. He dribbles there against Jackson. Kicks it over to Lachlan. Down into Bazell. Bazell's going to try to go. Cut off by Julian Miller, and he travels. It'll be a turnover on the Eagles. 2-point lead, 21-19 with 1:05 left in the first half. Aaron Bazell comes off the floor for the Eagles, replaced by Chance Thiele, as the Eagles fall back to the defensive end. And picks up the net for the referee. Did a nice job jumping up and grabbing the net. He didn't use the ball. He jumped up and grabbed it himself. The Bears inbound the ball and bring it across the timeline. Jackson walks it across. Just under a minute left in the first half. He hits Julian Miller, kicks it out to Rodella, right wing, three-pointer up, and he falls to the ground. He's going to get the call against Garrett Campbell. Count the three-pointer for Rodella. And the foul on Garrett Campbell, his first of the half. And so now a chance at a 4-point play for Rodella. The Bears take the lead by 1. Rodella's free throw, hard off the back iron, no good. Off at Thiele's hands. Rodella chases it down. Floater inside, no good. Rebounded by Dalton Campbell. He's knocked down to the ground. And Rodella returns the favor. Picks up his first foul of the ball game. And the Eagles get the ball back with 47.8 seconds on the clock left in the first half. The Bears lead at 22-21. Campbell will walk it across the timeline on the left side. Sets it against a 1-1-3 defense for the Bears. Campbell right wing to Lachlan. Back up to Campbell. Campbell skipped past the Landry Woods left wing. Looks down low. Now gets a Thiele left wing. Takes the three. Now we get it to Woods at the left elbow. Tries to drive in. Ball slapped away by Overton. The steal. Here comes Overton all the way down. He shoots it up and runs over a Garrett Campbell. But they're going to call the block on Garrett Campbell. That'll be his second personal foul here. And that'll send JoJo Overton back to the free throw line for 2 free throws. The Bears have a 1-point lead with 20.8 seconds left in the half as Overton sets for the first free throw. Shot is up and in for Overton for his 7th point, and a 2-point lead for the Bears, 23-21, as he gets the ball and sets for the next free throw. Joseph Waring checks in as Overton knocks down the free throw and makes it a 3-point lead for the Bears with 19 seconds left in the first half. Waring dribbles across the timeline with 14 seconds left on the clock. Eagles spread it out. Left baseline is Landry Woods, covered by Julian Miller. Up to the left wing to Waring. Kicks it now, left baseline to Lachlan. Down low to Woods. He'll kick it top of the key. Chance Thiele, wide open three. At the buzzer, short off the front iron. It's no good. And at the halftime, the Bastrop Bears lead at 24-21. The Eagles led the second quarter in the ballgame, most of the quarter until the end there, after the three-pointer by Rodella and then the 2 free throws by Overton. Look at the scoring in the first half for the Eagles. Garrett Campbell had 3, Chance Thiele with 2, Landry Woods with 2, Bazell with 6, Joseph Waring with 3, and Clay Thomas with 5. For the Bears, Dwayne Jackson with 6, Isaac Rodella had 5, Luciano Stasuli had 4, JoJo Overton off the bench with 8 points, and Sam Miller with 1. So the Eagles have got to reset, change some things up here. Slow start in the first quarter, picked it up in the second quarter, but some untimely fouls there towards the end of the quarter. Gave up some costly points as Rodella knocks down the 3. Overton got a putback basket, and then 2 more free throws, and so the defensive pressure applied, but some fouls called late in the quarter against the Eagles. The foul situation set for the Bears as they will come back out in the second half. Stasuli, all 5 starters for the Bears have at least 1 foul. Jackson with 1, Rodella with 1, Julian Miller with 1, Albritton with 1, and Luciano Stasuli with 2 fouls. For the Eagles there at the last few seconds of the second quarter, Garrett Campbell whistled for 2. He has 2 fouls. Dalton Kyle with 1, Jace Knight with 1, and Zane Champagne with 1. Only 5 personal fouls in the half for the Eagles as well. The Bastrop Bears had a good first half, did a good job on the defensive end, switching things up on the Eagles. Different looks for the Eagles to deal with, which Coach Canfield is very good at doing to his opponents, and he did the other night, especially against Eastview. Just doing a great job of switching up defense, not giving Coach King many of the same looks. Bastrop comes into the ballgame 5-2 on the year, 1-3 in District 18 play. They're on a 3-game losing streak, and so Georgetown's got to settle in here. Georgetown sits in sole possession of second place in district as Hutto has the lead, but the Eagles wanting to keep some separation before the second round of district games begin next Tuesday, when the Eagles play against the Manor Mustangs at Manor to start the second round. Bastrop, after tonight, will go to Manor on Friday and then start things back over at home against Cedar Creek on the 28th. Your Georgetown Eagles tonight are on the road at Bastrop. On Friday, they play Elgin at home. It'll be elementary night in the home gym. 7 p.m. start against the Elgin Wildcats. And then on the 31st, on Tuesday, the Eagles will be on the road at Manor to face a tough Manor Mustang team at 8 p.m. That game at 8 p.m., where most of our games have been at 7 o'clock. Then the Eagles will come back home against Cedar Creek on the 4th of February. And then a big game on the road at Hutto on February the 7th. And then they have a 2-game homestand with Eastview on the 11th, the Georgetown Dribbler night. And then against Bastrop on Valentine's night, back home in Georgetown. And then finish on the road on the 18th of February at Elgin to end district play. And then by that point, we should have a good understanding of the district standings, the playoff opportunities for the teams involved here in District 18, among other districts around the area. We're going to take a short break. We got about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the halftime. Take a short break, be back here with more Georgetown Eagle basketball on SHN Sports. Welcome back to SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle basketball. I'm Wally Harmon along with Nathan Hyde on camera here in Bastrop, Texas. We got about a minute left at halftime as the Eagles trail it 24-21 here on the road to the Bastrop Bears. Bastrop tonight in the white uniforms, white numerals outlined in maroon, maroon new letters across the front in Bears emblazoned on the front of the jerseys. The Eagles in the road blue with black numerals, black letters outlined in white. The Eagles take the floor here in the second half. The five starters back on the court: Cade Lachlan, Garrett Campbell, Chance Teeley, Dalton Kyle, and Landry Woods. But Bastrop will start with the ball to begin the second half. The Eagles will be going left to right as you look at the computer across the radio dial. As the Bears take the floor, it'll be their starting five as well. As you have Jackson, Rodella, Julian Miller, Albritton, and Stasuli. The clock winds down. We'll get a little buzzer. We'll start it off with 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. 24-21, the Bears lead it. As the Bears inbound into the backcourt, Julian Miller throws it into Jackson, and he'll be covered. It's man-to-man defense to start off the second half for the Eagles. Teeley covers Jackson across the timeline. Into the hands of Albritton on the right wing. He drives in, kicks it open to Rodella, left baseline, three-pointer up, rattles in, no good. Landry Woods gets the rebound into the hands of Campbell. He'll push it up against Jackson. Across the timeline, dribbles to the top of the key, right wing Teeley. Down to the right baseline. Dalton Kyle, about a 15-footer up, no good. Rebound by Lachlan. He battles up and in. Takes a hard fall. The ball goes in. No foul called. The Bears try to take advantage of the man down. They get it across the timeline quickly. Throw it in to Stasuli, left side. Now up top to Albritton. He'll reset left hand side to wing to Jackson. As the view cut from us, here we go. Back into the thing. Jackson, nice cut. And Julian Miller finds him. As Jackson gets the ball and lays it in. Pushes the score back to 3. 26-23 for the Bears. Dalton Kyle, right baseline, drives in. Tries to go up for the shot. He'll be fouled on the baseline. It's going to be on Stasuli. That'll be his third. So Stasuli picks up the third foul. First for the team. As the Eagles inbound the ball. Teeley inbounds it deep to Dalton Kyle. Left wing to Lachlan. He'll go across to Kyle. Right wing to Teeley. He'll dribble back up towards the top to Lachlan. Swing it. Left wing Campbell fakes the pass. Now up top Teeley. Now to call to Dalton Kyle. He fakes a shot. A little layup floater in. Dalton Kyle. His first two of the second half. The first two of the ball game cuts it to a 1-point lead. A little pressure here from the Eagles. 26-25. Bears lead it with 6:30 left in the third quarter. Albritton has the ball on the right side, just past the timeline, as the Eagles settle back in a man-on-man defense. Jackson up top, left wing to Rodella. He dribbles up top, kicks it to Albritton. Now left wing to Stasuli. Kicks it to Julian Miller, right wing, left wing to Albritton. A lot of cutting going on by the Bears. They're looking for that open man to be cutting through off the back pick. And a good job by the Eagles there, transitioning on the flip side and not allowing that pass. Jackson on the right wing, up top to Albritton. He looks to dribble and drive, and now he'll stop and pop from about 18. Hard off the backboard, no good. As Lachlan with a great block out, gets the ball, throws it forward into the hands of Campbell to Teeley, but the ball batted away. Jackson drives in, runs into Campbell. Ball blocked out of his possession. Now here comes Campbell. Pushes it down. Landry Woods stops. Little floater from the left block, no good. But it's going to be a foul on the Eagles. Garrett Campbell pushes Stasuli down low, and the ball goes back. That'll be Garrett Campbell's third foul. It's 26-25 still. Bears lead it by 1 over the Eagles with 5:42 left in the third quarter. Full court pressure here by the Eagles. Jackson to Rodella. Nice pressure being applied. He's going to have to get it across. Albritton finally gets it across. Breaks free. Now to Stasuli, left baseline. Right wing, wide open. Rodella, three-pointer on the way, and it's nothing but net. Rodella knocks down his first 3 points of the second half. Increases the lead to 4. 29-25. Bears lead it with 5:15 left here in the third quarter. Kyle Woods cuts down. Nice pass Teely to Kyle to Cutting Woods down the middle of the lane as Landry gets his first points of the second half, fourth of the game. Cuts the lead back to 2, 29-27. Bears lead it with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Jackson across the timeline on the right side, guarded by Teely. Dribbles to the right wing, tries to drive in, tries to kick it out, batted away, but into the hands of Stasuli. He'll drive in, lower right block, spin back around, and he gets the kind roll from the front of the rim. It looks like he traveled the whole time. And Coach Canfield asking for the call, but nothing there. 4-point lead now again for the Bears. Kyle cuts down, kicks it back out to Teely. Right wing, three-pointer wide open, off the right side, no good. Woods gets a nice rebound, puts it in from the left side, off the glass and in. What a job there by Landry Woods, cutting for the rebound. His 6th point of the ball game, cuts it back to a 2-point lead for the Bears. 31-29, Bears lead the Eagles with 4:20 left in the third quarter. Jackson dribbles against pressure. Ball stripped away, but into the hands of Rodilla. Jackson gets it left wing, fires a three. Hard off the glass, no rim. It's chased down by Dalton Kyle, and now he'll give it to Campbell. Campbell pushes across the timeline. Right wing, Chance Teely. He'll drive the baseline. Kick it to Cutting Woods, but it's blocked off stolen by Jackson. Good defense there. And the Bears have the ball back with a 2-point lead and 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Jackson Albritton across the timeline. Julian Miller with a screen set. Dalton Kyle runs into him, not knowing he's there. Runs over him. And they call the foul on Dalton Kyle. That'll be Kyle's second personal foul. And the second team of the quarter for the Eagles as Bazell and Joseph Waring check in for the Eagles. And Justin Reese checks in for the Bears. Bears inbound the ball, leading by 2 with 3:50 left in the third quarter. Up top is Reese. He goes left wing to Albritton, who wasn't paying attention. It looked like he was going to Jackson, who was walking down to the end of the bench. So the turnover for the Bears. And the Eagles get the ball back, trailing by 2, 31-29. 3:45 left in the third quarter. Campbell, Bazell, Waring, Teely, and Woods on the court for the Eagles. Skip pass, intercepted by Rodella. He pushes down left side. Garrett Campbell stops in front of him, puts his hands up, floater up, air ball. Campbell gets it, takes it away. Bazell, left wing, drives all the way in, and he'll take it hard to the goal. He's fouled there, and it may be on Luciano Stasuli. Oh, that's his fourth. That is. Stasuli picks up his fourth, so the first starter in super foul trouble as Coach Will Burkett has left him in the game, and that's going to cost him now. As Bazell goes to the free throw line, he knocks down the first free throw. Cuts it now to a 1-point lead, 31-30. As Jace Knight checks into the ball game for the Eagles, replacing Chance Teely. And now JoJo Overton, the sophomore, comes into the ball game, and Luciano Stasuli will take a seat with 4 personal fouls at the 3:28 mark. He goes out of the ball game in the third quarter with 4 fouls. We'll watch that as Stasuli's done a good job down low on the defensive end. Second free throw by Bazell is also good, and that ties the ball game at 31 with 3:20 left in the third quarter. 31-31. Eagles and Bears tied up. Rodella on the left wing. Goes down to the left baseline to Julian Miller. He's double-teamed in the corner. Tries to throw it up top. Jace Knight tries to get a steal, but he steps on the sideline. Great hustle by Jace Knight as he forces some pressure for the Eagles. And now the Bears being pressured, not liking that as they'll try to slow things down. Coach Burkett slows them down as Albritton takes a seat. And Sam Miller comes into the game. So now Julian Miller, number 12, and 33, Sam Miller in the game. So I'll try to keep him straight as the game proceeds. Reese inbounds to Overton, back to Reese on the left wing. He looks there as he's covered by Waring. Goes up top to Sam Miller. Right wing, Rodella. He'll hold there, goes back up top to Reese. Kind of a zone defense here for the Eagles. Rodella, right wing, three-pointer up, short, rebound, Landry Woods. Ball slapped away, gets it back and here into the hands of Waring. Across the timeline right side. Up top to Campbell, left wing. He thinks about it, now skips to Waring, right wing. Up top, free throw line, Landry Woods, two-point bucket. Good. Landry Woods on fire here in the second half, third quarter. His 6 point makes it a 2-point lead for the Eagles. 33-31 with 2:30 left in the third quarter. Now in the 3-2 defense, and a steal by Jace Knight as Miller tries to get the pass across to the right side. Campbell comes across the timeline, left wing, left baseline, Bazell, three-pointer, up, long, no good. Rebound, Bazell drives all the way in, layup, and the block. Great take by Aaron Bazell, and the blocking foul called against JoJo Overton. The sophomore picks up his first foul, but more importantly, gives up the bucket And a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play for Bazell. Now a 4-point lead for the Eagles, 35-31, as the pressure being applied on the defensive end is coming to fruition on the offensive end by the Eagles. Bazell sets at the free throw line for the and one. On the way is good, and so a nice job there by Bazell. A quick 5 points here in the quarter. Extends the lead to 5, 36-31. Eagles lead it with 2:15 in the third quarter. Miller still by Landry Woods as Miller tried to get it to Reese. Skips it to Bazell. Layup. Oh, too hard. No good. Off the backboard into the hands of Julian Miller. He'll hand it to Rodella. He'll dribble across the timeline left wing. Jace Miller up top there. Pressures him. Reese now right wing into Sam Miller. Back to a cutting Reese all the way down. Throws it up and in. Ducks it under. Kind of a dipsy-do. Does a good job to avoid the block. And that'll be Reese's first points of the ball game. Cuts the lead to 3, 36-33. Eagles lead it with 1:45 left in the third quarter. Right wing Joseph Waring. He looks back up top Campbell. Campbell sets there as it's a 1-1-3 defense. Jace Knight, right elbow. He holds it. He'll go bake it. Men drop off. He knocks down the little 12-foot shot. And a nice shot by Jace Knight. He fakes a pass, and the defense went away from him. Extends the lead back to 5, 38-33. Eagles lead it with 1:20 left in the third quarter. Pressure being applied, and a kick on defense. Coach Canfield animated and love to see it. He's got his defense working here as Luciano Stasuli back in the game with 1:18 left in the third quarter. Mark it down, 1:18. He came back in, replacing Julian Miller. Ball movement, Reese, little floater from the right block. It's up and in for Justin Reese, his fourth point of the quarter, cuts the lead back to 3. 1 minute left in the third quarter, 38-35. Right elbow, Knight down to Landry Woods, cuts all the way in, and in. Landry Woods, what a great take down to the right block, and gets the kiss off the glass. His 8th point in the third quarter, moves the lead to 5, 40-35 with 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Reese up top to Rodella, left wing, now to Sam Miller. He'll drive in baseline, tries to kick it away, but it's a foul. What a job by Garrett Campbell. He set up on the baseline, and as Sam Miller went to do the skip pass, he ran over a set Garrett Campbell. That's a player control foul for the push. Sam Miller picks up his first foul, but more importantly, the Eagles get the ball back. Coach Burkett not happy with the call, finally being warned as he puts his hands behind his back and talks a little more calmly with the official, begging for the call. But a great job by Garrett Campbell to set on the baseline as Miller was out of control and ran over Garrett Campbell. And Campbell draws the foul. Now the delay brings about the sub as Dwayne Jackson comes in for Isaac Rodella. So now Jackson, Reese, Stasuli, Sam Miller, and Overton on the court for the Bears. Campbell, Bazell, Landry Woods, Jace Knight, and Joseph Waring for the Eagles. The Eagles set with 30 seconds. They are moving it around, looking for one last shot. Campbell has it up top, right wing Waring. Waring holds there. And he gets it to Woods on the right elbow. Now to right baseline to Knight. All the way back around top. Now to left wing to Bazell. Up top Campbell. Left wing Bazell. Making the defense move. Wearing him out. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Now left wing to Bazell. Up top Campbell. Campbell will now drive with 5 seconds. Waring wide open 3. Right baseline. No good. Fight for the ball. And it comes into the hands of Reese. But that'll end the third quarter with a 5-point lead for your Eagles. A nice turnaround here in the third quarter as the Eagles lead it 40-35. A great job by Landry Woods. What a quarter for Woods as he has 8 points in the quarter, 5 for Bazell. So those two right there leading the team. 13 points of the 19 between those two players. And what a turnaround for the Eagles here in the third quarter. Lachlan ended with 2 that quarter, 2 for Kyle, 8 for Landry Woods, 5 for Bazell, and 2 for Jace Knight. That gives Woods, he's into double figures with 10 on the night, and Bazell has 11 so far to lead the team. 21 points of the 40, over half the points for those two men, Bazell and Woods, doing a great job for your Eagles. We'll set here for the fourth quarter, 40-35, Eagles lead it. On the court for the Eagles starting out the fourth quarter will be number 3, Garrett Campbell. Number 5, Aaron Bazell. 21, Joseph Waring. 23, Clay Thomas. And 25, Jace Knight. Bazell gets it on the left baseline. Kicks it back. Now up top, Jace Knight at the free throw line. He dribbles to the right, gets it down low. Waring back up top. They'll swing it all the way around. Bazell, wide open three-pointer, left wing. No good. Klay Thomas fights for the ball. But Stasuli over the back. Knocks the ball out of bounds, but they call it out on the shorter Klay Thomas. So the Bears will get the ball, trailing by 5, 40-35. The Eagles lead it with 7:45 left in the ball game. The Bear baseball team tried to come over and sit behind the Eagle bench, and that was quickly squashed as they make their way back over to the home side. Sam Miller up top, right wing to Reese. He goes down low to Overton. He'll take the baseline jumper from the right side for the air ball into the hands of Waring. Across the timeline, Waring gets it down to Jace Knight on the free throw line. Back up top to Campbell. Eagles reset against the zone. Klay Thomas left wing to Bazell, left elbow. He holds it, now to Thomas, left baseline three-pointer, up, in and out, no good. And Stasuli with the rebound. Good position there against Jace Knight. Stasuli rips down the board. 40-35, Eagles still lead it by 5 with 7 minutes left in the ball game. Jackson travels to the ball, tried to make a quick pass, shifted the feet, called for the travel and a turnover for the Bears with 7:04 left in the ball game. Eagles get it back, leading by 5. Waring inbounds the ball into the hands of Garrett Campbell. Garrett Campbell dribbles across the timeline, center of the court, fakes it, now goes to the elbow. Aaron Bazell steps in, kick it right back out top. A reset, left wing, now to Bazell, left elbow. Tries to drive down, cut off there, loses the ball. Jackson gets the steal, and here come the Bears. Across the timeline, center of the court, right wing to Reese, fakes the three. Dribbles back towards the top, gets it to Sam Miller. He steps up, now back right wing to Reese. Loses the dribble, picks, and he keeps it there, gets it back. Now he'll dribble in against double pressure. Up top to Jackson. Left wing, Sam Miller thinks about the three. He'll pass on it, back it out towards the midcourt line. Jace Knight with the defense there. Gets the kick ball. And it'll reset the Bears on the near sideline here on the left sideline. But good defense as Jace Knight, the top of the zone defense for the Eagles. And now they'll split out with the 1-3-1 defense. Inbound into the backcourt, into the hands of Jackson. Left wing, Sam Miller. Miller drives, now kicks it to Reese on the right side. Back left wing. Sam Miller, the big man, fires a three left wing. Short off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound by Waring. He'll hand it to Garrett Campbell as Campbell will walk it up the court. Crosses over the timeline, center of the court. Resets the offense, right wing Waring. Up top Campbell, left wing Klay Thomas. Holds there, he looks, now he'll dribble back up top. Waring, right wing into the hands of Campbell. Campbell dribbles up. Looks, Jace Knight right there, right elbow, turns around, spinner, jumper, up, hard off the iron, no good. Rebound by Bazell. Bazell fights, goes up hard, no good. Battles against three Bears, no foul called. And Jackson gets the rebound. 5-point lead still for the Eagles, 40-35. 5:40 left in the game. Reese steps in, 18-footer, no good. Stasuli rebound, and he gets the putback up and in. Stasuli with his 4th point of the second half. Cuts the lead to 3, 40-37. Eagles lead it with 5:28 left in the ball game. Campbell across the timeline, right wing, into the hands of Waring. Up top, Campbell. 2-3 defense now being played by the Bears. The Eagles taking their time moving the ball around. Waring wide open, three-pointer, right wing. It's up, long, no good. Into the hands of Stasuli, knocked out of bounds from behind by Jace Knight. And the Bears take over as Dalton Kyle checks into the ball game for the Eagles, replacing Aaron Bazell. And Isaac Rodella checks in, replacing Justin Reese for the Bears. 40-37, Eagles lead it by 3 with 5:10 left in the ball game. Jackson across the timeline, left wing to Rodella. Rodella holds the ball there. Being double teamed, gets it up top to Miller. Sam Miller in the ball game right now, goes down low, but picked off. Thomas had it, knocks it loose, but can't hold on to it. Overton gets it, goes up, gets the bucket, and the foul on Klay Thomas. That'll be Thomas's first personal foul. But more importantly, Overton cuts the lead to 1 with a chance to tie it with an old-fashioned three-point play. Overton's first bucket of the second half. The free throw is up and good, and we have a tie ball game, 40-40 with 4:50 left here in the ball game. Campbell, right wing, Waring up top to Campbell. Campbell holds there, left elbow to Jace Knight. Right wing, Waring, he'll fire the open three. It's up and good. Joseph Waring with his second three-pointer of the ballgame, first of the second half, gives the Eagles a 3-point lead. Ball up top across the timeline. Miller on the left wing. Sam Miller has it there, tries to set, tries to throw a cross-court cutter. No good, stolen by Waring. Throws it down to Jace Knight. Knocked out of bounds by Rodella, and the Eagles will reset after Coach Canfield calls the timeout with 4:26 left in the ball game. It's going to be a full timeout by Coach Canfield. The Eagles lead it by 3. They'll have the ball to set underneath their own bucket as Jace Knight had the ball knocked out of his hands. .45 seconds in the timeout left. A nice battle here going on in the fourth quarter. As the Eagles being very patient on the offensive end. They're taking the defense of the Bears. The Bears settled into this zone defense. The Eagles taking plenty of time, finding open shots, and as long as they can keep knocking them down like Waring and hitting the big men that are cutting, Jace Knight, Landry Woods multiple times found open on the elbow. One little fake pass, and they're getting a cut all the way down to the bucket. And so the Eagles doing a good job of spreading out the defense of the Bears and creating some gaps. Dalton Kyle, Joseph Waring, Jace Knight, Clay Thomas, and Garrett Campbell on the court for the Eagles. They'll inbound with 4:26 left in the ballgame. Waring tries to get the ball in, and he gets it into Dalton Kyle on the left baseline. Gets it to the left wing, now to right wing to Waring. Right elbow to Jace Knight, covered there by Jackson. Kicks it out to Garrett Campbell, right wing. Up top, Waring. Back to Jace Knight, free throw line, drives in, now kicks it out. Clay Thomas, wide open 3, left wing. It's short off the rim, chased down in the corner by Jace Knight, saves it up top to Waring. He dribbles in, left elbow, floater, no good, hard off the backboard, into the hands of Stasuli, now a hand to Rodella. Rodella will back it up, reset, come across the timeline, right side, 3:55 left in the ballgame. Tries to get it up top to Jackson, kicked by Jace Knight out of bounds, and the Bears reset on the right sideline. Subs into the ballgame now for the Eagles. Cade Lachlan and Landry Woods, and for Clay Thomas and Jace Knight. Campbell, Lachlan, Woods, Waring, and Dalton Kyle for your Eagles. Jackson across the timeline, picks up his dribble. He's kind of suspended there as the Eagles in the 1-3-1 defense being pressured. Up top is Rodella. He has the ball set there. He goes right wing to Jackson. Jackson picks up his dribble. Sam Miller, left wing, Rodella. Rodella will dribble back up top, skip pass all the way to the right side to Jackson. Jackson dribbles in, kicks it to Sam Miller. He'll dribble into right, find Luciana, or Stasuli, down low to Overton. Up, shot up, no good. Shot up, blocked. As Overton got his rebound, went up again, and Dalton Kyle called for the foul on JoJo Overton. Kyle picks up his third personal, second of the second half. And that'll send JoJo Overton back to the free throw line for the 2 free throws so far tonight. He's 5 for 5 from the free throw line, making 6 for 6. And it cuts the lead to 2, 43-41. The Eagles lead it by 2 with 3:26 left here in the ball game. JoJo Overton, the sophomore, leading the team for the Bears. Misses his first free throw, but it's Stasuli who knocks it away. And the Bears get the ball back. Overton drives in, up against a shot blocker, no good. The ball rebounded by Woods, and here come the Eagles. Waring across the timeline. Gets it across to Campbell, left side. As some pressure now being applied in the zone, and the Eagles will start swinging the ball. Left to right and back and forth between Campbell and Waring. Hit Woods, now back up top Waring. Left side Campbell, skip past right wing. Now to free throw line to Woods. Tries to go down low to Dalton Kyle. Ball knocked loose. He picks it up, kicks it out. Campbell, three-pointer, left wing. High arcing, in and out. No good. Woods, rebound. He's going to battle, kicks it in. Waring back to the free throw line. He'll back it up, reset. Dalton Kyle, right wing, has the ball. Woods at the right elbow. Hits it Lachlan, wide open. Three-pointer, right wing. Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Campbell, Sam Miller, ball knocked out of bounds off of Miller by Garrett Campbell. Great play there. Sam Miller can't hold on. The ball goes out of bounds. Georgetown will reset with a 2-point lead, 43-41 with 2:37 left in the ball game. As Julian Miller checks in, replacing JoJo Overton for the Bears. Chance Teeley back into the ball game, replacing Joseph Waring for the Eagles. Cade Lachlan takes the inbound pass, right baseline, three-pointer, no good. Chance Teeley, backside rebound, up and good. What a job. He goes up, rebounds, puts the tip in before coming back down. And the 2-point bucket is good. Extends the lead to 4, and a quick timeout by Coach Canfield. A 30-second timeout. What a job there by Teeley on the backside. A rebound. Gets the putback, and an all-important 2-point bucket there as it bumps the lead to 4. 45-41. The Eagles lead it Only 5 points scored here in the fourth quarter for the Eagles. A three-pointer by Waring. And then that putback by Chance Thiele for the 4-point lead. See what the lineups are coming out as we try to get set here for the stretch run on this tight ball game. The Georgetown on the road against the Bastrop Bears, lead it by 4, 45-41. Lachlan, Campbell, Thiele, Kyle, and Landry Woods, the 5 starters in the ballgame for the Eagles. Jackson, Julian Miller, Sam Miller, Rodella, and Luciano Stasuli in the ballgame for the Bastrop Bears. Jackson takes the inbound. He'll walk it up. Now kicks it left wing to Rodella. Rodella skip pass right side. Now to the hands of Jackson on the right wing. Back up top, still by Garrett Campbell into the backcourt. Rodella chases it down as the Bears push back across. Sam Miller with a big, long three-pointer. It's up, no good. Backside rebound by Julian Miller. Chased down by Jackson. Bears reset. Up top, Rodella. He'll think about it. Now go right wing back to Jackson as the Eagles settle down in this 2-3 zone. Backside pick by Julian Miller. Jackson takes it in. Runner no good. Stasuli with the rebound underneath. And Stasuli with the putback. His 4th point of the fourth quarter cuts the lead back to 2, 45-43 with 1:50 left in the ballgame. And now man-to-man defense for the Bears. Campbell across the timeline. Right wing to Thiele. He dribbles against Jackson all the way in, and the foul called. Great job by Chance Thiele to keep the dribble and work his size advantage against Jackson. Jackson called for the foul. That's his first of the second half, second of the ballgame. But more importantly, it sends Chance Thiele to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Thiele's first free throw up and nothing but net. Back to a 3-point lead for the Eagles, 46-43 with 1:42 left here in the ballgame. Thiele sets for the free throw on the way, and it's good. Quick substitution here for the Bears as Albritton checks back in for Sam Miller. So now you've got Jackson, Julian Miller, Albritton, Rodella, and Stasuli on the court for the Bears. And the starting 5 for your Eagles on the court. 1 minute, 35 seconds left in the ballgame. 4-point lead, 47-43. Eagles lead it. Rodella against pressure by Campbell up top. He'll dribble back to the right side to Julian Miller. Jackson up top, drives in, picks up his dribble, kicks it back up top to Albritton. He's at the top of the key, covered by Dalton Kyle, backs up. 1:20 left in the ballgame. Pressure by Kyle on Albritton. He'll get it to Jackson on the left side. Jackson dribbling against Thiele as the Eagles have gone back to a man-to-man. They'll switch here. It's kind of a zone matchup for the Eagles. This is Dalton Kyle now picks up Albritton. He's got to bat the pass, gets the steal. And Albritton is going to foul Kyle as he dribbles down the right sideline. What a play by Dalton Kyle. Gets in the passing lane and gets the steal. Albritton called for the foul. I agree with Coach Campbell. That was an intentional foul as Kyle had a breakaway to the goal on the right wing to cut in. But nonetheless, just a common foul as Albritton fouls Kyle, his second. 1:04 left in the ballgame. Eagles inbound it. They get it open to Lachlan. Down low to the right block to Landry Woods. A cutting Dalton Kyle. What a pass. Landry Woods gets it to Kyle. Kyle with the layup. Big assist from Woods. Bumps the score to 6, 49-43. 53 seconds left in the ballgame. Rodella left wing, dribbles, now goes down low. Ball batted out of the way, stolen by Chance Thiele. And the Eagles will slow down. 41 seconds left in the ballgame. Campbell dribbles across the timeline, stops, now backs up. Left side into the hands of Lachlan. He's pressured there, now to Thiele on the right wing. Rodella goes for the steal. Thiele all the way in. Ball knocked away as he's fouled from behind by Rodella as he tried to dunk it. Rodella picks up his second foul, first of the second half, but more importantly, Thiele back to the free throw line for 2 free throws. What a take there after Rodella went for the steal. It opened it up, and Thiele didn't hesitate. He took it all the way to the rack. Free throw is on the way, is good. And that makes it 50-43, 7-point lead for the Eagles with 29.7 seconds left. Thiele settles in. Next free throw on the way, short off the front iron, no good. Run down by Albritton on the right sideline. He'll get it back to Jackson. Jackson pushes it across with 24 seconds left. Rodella, left baseline, jumper up, no good. Landry Woods missed time to jump into the hands of Stasuli. Right wing, Albritton, he'll fire up a rainbow 3, air ball, and it'll be off of Lachlan. As the ball came up short, he went up for the rebound, but it goes off the leg of Lachlan out of bounds. Tough break there as the ball was short, well short by Albritton. 13 seconds left in the ball game. Eagles lead it by 7, 50-43. Jackson up top to Albritton, guarded by Kyle there. He dribbles, now spins, stops at the left elbow, up and under, puts it up and in. Cuts the lead to 5, 50-43, 45. As Jackson interferes, wow, they're going to call it. He jumped on the baseline and blocked the pass from Thiele to Campbell. But with 1.1 seconds, it's a 5-point lead for the Eagles. And they'll inbound the ball, no foul there. And the Eagles close it out with a 5-point win on the road. And that's a big win. It keeps them in sole second place in the District 18 standings. A good game and a good win on the road, 50-45. Your Eagles win it. Oh, what a job there by the Eagles to come back after being down by 4 in the third quarter as the teams shake hands. Going to do some quick totals. We'll take a quick timeout. Be back and close it up for tonight. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Basketball on SHN Sports. Welcome back here to Bastrop, Texas on SHN Sports. Georgetown boys basketball victorious on the road tonight in Bastrop with a 50-45 win. The Georgetown moves to 17-8 on the season, 4-1 in district play. Bastrop falls to 5-13 and 1-4 in District 18 play. On the scorebook tonight for the Bears, leading scorer, number 34, the sophomore, JoJo Overton. He leads the team with 12 points. And then 10 from Luciano Stasuli. 8 points from Jackson and from Rodella both. 4 points from Justin Reese. 2 from Albritton. And 1 from Sam Miller. For your Eagles, they are led off the bench by number 5, Aaron Bazell. He leads all scorers for the Eagles with 11. And right behind him, Landry Woods with a 10-point performance. 8 big points here in the second half. Behind him, 7 points for Chance Thiele, 6 for Joseph Waring, 5 for Clay Thomas, 4 for Dalton Kyle, 3 for Garrett Campbell, 2 for Cade Laughlin, to round out the 50 points for the Georgetown Eagles. So we close it up tonight here with a big road win as the Eagles look to finish up the first round of district play at home Friday night against the Elgin Wildcats and hope to move to 5-1 in district play. Thanks for joining us here on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle basketball. Stay tuned. Friday night we'll be back with more Georgetown Eagle basketball for you here on SHN. Have a good night.